Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another self-mastery video with me, Miss Whitney B. So happy winter solstice. I'm recording on the 23rd, so 2 days after the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction at 0 degrees in Aquarius, which is the new beginning of the Aquarian age, the golden age, my friends. This is a really big deal. And so Spirit is like, okay, let's go. So I'm bringing you another video, and this one is about transmuting pain into love through compassion. And so I'm going to run through a couple of like little scenarios and how to transmute that into love. And then I'm going to break down how a method that I use for transmuting pain into love through compassion. And so let's go. All right. So there's a couple of things that I want to put into awareness. So first of all, when we go into judgment, when we say that any situation, person, place, or thing, any energy is not good enough, we're going into separation. And when I say we're going into separation, what I mean is we're walking from out of our heart center and into our ego. And so the next thing is when we choose compassion and choose to either seek to understand or to seek grace, to seek ease, to seek kindness, to seek love, you're sitting inside your heart center, which is in alignment with your inner being. The core of who we really are as energy is love. Everything at its core energetic base is love. And so when we walk out of that love and we go into the shadow aspects, which are separation, which are illusions or disillusionments that have to do with pain, we go into that separation state. And in that separation state, we're in our ego, living in our 3 lowest chakras, kind of basically battling in survivor mode. And so what we want to do to transition out of that state and into wholeness is go right into love, unconditional positive regard, and complete and total acceptance. So what I like to do when I get triggered is to tell my ego the truth. So the ego is in survival mode and is running on fear and anxiety and the need to protect the self. Okay? And so I like to, for example, say I am concerned about, and not concerned, because concerned is kind of like higher vibrational than worry and fear. Fear is very low vibrational. Worry is a little bit higher than fear, and concern is closer to the 0 point. Not as high as 0 point, but closer to. And so I actually may be wrong about that frequency-wise, but how Spirit is showing it to me is like a 1 to 10 yardstick, and there's 0, 1 to 10, and then -0, and then -1 to -10. And fear is going to be -10. Worry is going to be 5, or no, excuse me, 5. And then concern is going to be 2, -2. So -2 concern, -5 worry, -10 fear. And so that's what I mean when I'm saying the scale. And so then how we transition out of the fear, for me, this tool I'm using is to tell my ego the truth. Say I'm afraid. Say I feel afraid and that I'm powerless in a situation. So I will turn to my inner self, to my ego, and I will say, oh, hello, it's okay that we're here. I love you. I accept you. I find you so good enough. I can completely understand why you could feel that way, how you could feel that way. This has happened. Those scenarios, that fear that we're playing out, that's totally happened to us before. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay that we've been there. It's okay that that's a part of us. It helped us learn, and it helped us grow, and helped us become our best self. It helped us get here where we are right now. And so we don't have to be afraid, because Spirit will help us. Call in spirit guides, helpers, angels, call on loved ones who we can trust and support. And we have us. And I'm powerful. I'm strong. And so thank you, ego, for loving and honoring me and protecting me. But I would like for you to sit back and take a seat, because I got this. I can do this. And so that's one of the ways that I tell the truth to my ego and give love and compassion to myself in full acceptance of, you know what? It's totally okay that I'm here going through this. That is okay. And I value and honor that you feel that that could happen again, because it did once happen. And you know what? That is also okay and very understandable. And you know what? I still love you, and I still find you so good enough. And so having that conversation with the self, honoring the self, so that you can transmute that pain. Fear is pain, it's separation, into love through acceptance, compassion, and integration. It's okay. I find you so good enough. I love you. And I even hug that version of myself, because that's me saying, I love you. I honor you. I find you so good enough. You are absolutely good enough right here in your now moment. And I can completely understand why you felt the way you felt and how you feel the way you feel. And that is so good enough. And we've done all this really amazing work and have all these helpers, and we can actually look to ourselves and to them and calibrate through this. So the next thing I want to discuss really quick is when someone is mean to you. When someone comes at you sideways and is blaming you, shaming you, telling you everything, this, that, the third, the fifth, and the 12th, all the things they have to say, right? And you know that you didn't do those things, that this person is just upset. And that as you're taking inventory of yourself and paying attention and listening, actively listening to what this person is sharing with you, taking ownership of where you're at, if you did participate in the behavior, and if you didn't, in this scenario, say you didn't participate in the behavior, say this person is just really upset and they're just really going through a lot, and you know what, you just happened to be the person that they ran into and let it all out on. And so what you can do in that moment is lovingly, even if it's just on the inside, look at that person and say, you know what? It's totally okay. You're here. It is so good enough. And you know what? I can love and honor you and celebrate you right here in this now by appreciating that you're here. And that sometimes things are really challenging and life can just really topple you over at times. And you know, I have totally been that person. I have absolutely been the person who just was having, a shit day and just was angry and just let it out on somebody who didn't deserve that at all. And so you look at that person and you go, in your mind, if you can't do it, you don't feel physically comfortable doing it in 3D, do it spiritually, and just, I love you. It's okay. It's so good enough that you're here. I accept that. It's understandable that you could be here, that this is happening. It's okay. And acknowledge that it's not about you. And then send love and positive regard to that person. Like I said, energetically, maybe see a white light come down around them, or a pink light. I like to do pink light, or sometimes I'll send energy right directly from my heart to their heart, and just envelope them in love and acceptance. And it's so good enough that you're here. I find you so good enough. Days can really be challenging at times. I appreciate that. And I wish you the very best in this world. And then keep it pushing. And let it go. And not make it about you. Because in that moment, what you're doing is saying, you know what? We're one. That's not separate than me. And I accept this shit happens. And sometimes a shitty day and a shitty amount of circumstances just all roll together. And that's okay. And that's so good enough. And even if it's not, and it's just like one random happenstance, that's okay too. Whatever it is, it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. No, it's okay. And just accept it, love it, honor it, and then give it compassion. Totally been there before. I've totally felt that. And even if you haven't, oh, I could understand how, whew. And then even if you can't understand how that person could be there, just go into loving acceptance with one of my favorites of Soul on a Journey, Not About Me. If you can't find any other place to honestly just let them be and not go into judgment about it, go into, this is what I had to do. I've been practicing this for like 7 years. You're just a soul on a journey, and you know what? We're all growing and learning and becoming, and you know what? That's so good enough, and that's so okay, and this has nothing to do with me. This is absolutely good enough. I wish you the very best. I wish you a wonderful day. I wish you love. I wish you everything that you need to live and be your best self. I wish you goodness in this world. That's one of my favorites, is I wish you goodness. I just wish you good vibes, high vibrations, love, care, kindness, compassion, and understanding. And then I just let it go, and off into the world it goes. And so you're coming from being in the heart space, you're then able to transmute that pain, that anger, that frustration with love, with compassion, with acceptance, with understanding, and transmute it back out and giving that person, or even the world. This is something I used to do as a small child, is I would just sit and see the universe, the whole earth, and I would just wrap it in the white light, or I would play games and wrap it in all the different colors of energy: blue, purple, violet flame, pink, red, all these different high vibrational feelings and healings and energies. And I would just imagine the whole world and every person filled with love, just filled with love, just giving them love. And so it just helps to, by doing that and focusing on how we're all one, how we are all connected, and how none of it, not any of it, is separate than you. By just doing that, you transmute all of that low vibrational energy back into a purer form of higher vibrational energy and send it back out into the universe. I used to play games with the violet flame to transmute as much of the energy as possible as I could. And I would like play a game with myself to count, like see how many different things I could ask the violet flame to transmute and to transition. Anything and everything, and out of or anything and everything that no longer serves every atom, molecule, particle, and atom of everything in the entire universe of all of existence, and just play games. And this is the point, is going back to that eternal child state of wonderment and curiosity and awe, and just co-creating by like playing with the universe. That is playing with the universe. We are very powerful beings, and the more we focus on being love, choosing love, and having quality and equity and accountability in all of our actions, the easier and easier it is for us to raise the vibration of this entire planet through ourselves, by just being ourselves. And so it's so beautiful to me. I'm so grateful to be able to do this work, to be able to share this knowledge that I have learned through practice over the last, I don't know, it feels like a solid 10 years that I've been working on the law of attraction and just alignment itself, and learning how to clean up my vibration and clear out not only my energy, but the energetics of others. And so cheers. Cheers to alignment. Cheers to self-mastery. Cheers to serving the planet and all that is in the most authentic and beautiful way, and simple, powerful ways as possible. Cheers to the collective good. Thank you everyone for joining me on this video. Please do share it with other like-minded beings if you think this would be their jam too. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and to share any content you'd like to see, and other ways that you guys may transmute pain into love. So compassion is one of the ways that I have learned, and I know that there are many more ways to transmute energy and to go about being an alchemist. And so if you guys have comments about how you do your alchemy and transmutation work, I would love to read about it. I wish you a very beautiful rest of your night, and I will evening. I guess this video could be meeting you anywhere. I will talk to you soon and see you on another one. Bye.